So, good morning. Can you hear me well? Is it too loud? Dear respected Thầy, our teacher, dear community, while waiting for everyone is coming, I think we can have some minutes to practice mindful breathing together. So let us sit upright with a straight back, but relax. And come back to your breathing. You can keep a gentle smile. I hope that the sound is good enough. I have feeling it's too loud. So let us come back to our breathing and keep a gentle smile. Smile to your breathing. Listen to your breathing. Breathing in, I am aware this is my in-breath. Breathing out, I am aware this is my out-breath. In-breath, out-breath. I aware my in-breath telling me it's long, gentle. I aware my out-breath is telling me it's soft, long, and so relaxed. In-breath, out-breath. I aware my body is telling me it's fresh, relaxed. Is there any painful? Is there any pain on my shoulder? I am aware of this. I'm listening to my heart beating. I follow my in-breath. I ease my heart beating. I follow my out-breath. Let us listen to 3 sounds of the bell. And while the bell is invited, we let the sound of the bells penetrate on our body. Relax our bodies, at ease our body. Namo Shakyamuni Buddhaya, dear respected our teacher, dear sister, dear brothers, and dear friends. Today is December 17, 2023, and we are in the Great Togetherness Meditation Hall. This is my first time practice sharing the Dharma in English. I'm not confident to speak in English, but because our brother and sister make a very beautiful decoration, preparing for the Christmas, New Year. So I try to speak in English. I hope that in that way you will feel more at home. Come back to Blue Cliff Monastery like you go back to your home. Can I see your hand if you are the first time coming to the monastery? Oh, there are about 15 people. Is there anyone from New York City? If you can show your hand, please. Oh, so many from New Yorker. So many New Yorker. I remember 5 years ago, I have a chance to go to New York City with my sister True Vow, and other sister to offer day mindfulness in an exhibition room, and it was very cloudy and very busy in the city. On the way we go back to the monastery, my sister was driving, and she suddenly saying that I can't believe people can live in the city. It's too crazy. Yes, we create a day mindfulness in a very quiet and private room. But when we done the day mindfulness, and when we exit the house, we call ABC house. We exit the house. We were shocked. People they walk and they pass by quickly. They wearing the headphone, and they ignore everything. And driving in the city is very terrible, very. I think that everyone here have experienced the happiness, the joyful. But in our daily life, we easy to forget our happiness, our condition of happiness. When you prepare to come here, the monastery, when you leave the city and come in here, you have a peaceful and joyful. We have peace. You have peace and joy in your heart, in your mind, right? When you leave the city. But maybe driving just 20 minutes after that, someone cut in front of your car suddenly. Easy to get upset, right? I hear easy to get upset, and many people they say the bad word. Automatically, they didn't intention to say that, but they said. And in Vietnam, many Buddhism they learn the habit when they get upset. Suddenly they say A-di-đà Phật. A-di-đà Phật is the name of a Buddha, and because they train to recite the name of the Buddha. They've been trained like that. So when something suddenly happen, they react A-di-đà Phật because they feel not at ease and peaceful. So I think we can train our mind by mindful breathing. When something happens and we don't know how to deal with that, we can say, "Oh, breathe in, breathe out." Like in the past, I prepare something and I speak something else. Okay, so I think we are coming here to get a chance to be reminded that we are able to live happily. We have so many conditions to be happy. Now today, in the world, behind of the depression disorder or anxiety disorder or stress, more popular disorder is unable to receive happiness. In Vietnamese, they say hội chứng không cảm nhận hạnh phúc. But I try to, translate into English. I'm not sure that's the correct word. Unable to receive happiness disorder. Many people, we search for happiness in our daily life. We make so many efforts to be happy, but we cannot be happy. We cannot live happily because we aim very far. We believe that after we only can be happy if we can do this or that, if we can success in that job, or we can success in that business, or we can success a marriage life. Many successful people, they don't happy because they are afraid. After they successful, they are afraid that they will lose their high position. They stress and they want to maintain their position. There's an article that I read a few months ago. There's a young man. He's boarding on the plane, and after his business trip, he go back home. But he cannot smile. His face full of stress. He can't hear anything from flight attendants' announcements. Because in his head is full of thinking. He talking with himself. He planned for his next project. He planning. His mind so busy. So and another woman. There's a woman about middle age. She came and sat next to him, but she looked very fresh and joyful. She tends to flight attendants oftenly. She smiled to everyone she looked at. Let's look at, and she feel happy. Everything that she feel happy on her seat, on everything that the flight attendants gave her. And she looked out to the window and point to the young man. Oh, look, that's grass grove. There are so many tiny flowers, so pretty. I can see very well how beauty of the flowers are. And look at the sunsets. Wow, she looked very joyful and like a child. First time traveling. And the young man for polite, he's also look out of the window and knock his head. But for a while after that, he was very surprised with the lady's behavior. So he asked the lady, "You look very excited to fly. Is it your first time you're boarding?" And the lady say, "Oh no, in the past I fly often, but this is my first time. I fly until my country got a war. My daughter's waiting for me at his house, at her house. She make every effort to excuse me from the war, from the country. That's why she's very happy and excited." And the young man recognized that, oh, he's fly safely every week to do the business, but he not appreciate for that condition. He can fly safely. So happiness is a choice that we can choose. It's not something that we cannot experience, or it's something that happiness is not something that we only can experience when we done when we arrive the destination. We have a tendency to think that when we arrive to destination, into that destination, we can have happiness. So let us listen to one sound of the bell. And keep smile. Smile to our breathing. Nothing very important. Being here is being together, being present for ourselves. So dear Sangha, there are 3 habits, energy that affect to our capacity to receive happiness. I think there are 3 habits, and Buddha taught us. The first of all is pursue the path. I write it down so that you can understand me more clearly. So pursuing the path, or pursue the path. And we know that the past is gone, but many of us have a tendency to repeat and rehearse the past. I am that person in the past. And that feeling is my feeling in the past. I am that emotion. I am that thinking. I am that pen. I am that person in the past. So we live with the past, and the past become prison. We prison it ourselves in the past. Many famous people, they were very successful in the past, but impermanence, time is passed by, and now they're not young as they are in the past. There was in the past, so they can accept it. that's true for myself too. One time, I go with my sister, some younger sister, to the eye vision shop to have an eye exam. And we passed by the very beautiful Christmas tree, very large and beautiful Christmas tree. And at first I say, oh, the tree is so beautiful, so light. Why don't we have some photo here? And my sister say, oh, if you want photo, I can make photo for you, but not me. I'm now old. I'm not confident to be in the photo. And when I heard that, I say, oh, me too, I'm very old. And sister very kindly to invite me to have a photo. She can make photo for me. Give me your camera, I can make photo for you, she said. But I'm very old, I'm older than you, my sister. I also cannot easily accept that I'm get old now. I'm not young as young as in the past, with the joy to be in the pictures. When I was younger, I don't have camera, but now I have a good camera, but I'm not confident to be in the picture. So, and the famous people too, the famous actress or actor too. Some people cannot accept the change. They hide themselves. They don't want to be in front of the screens. They don't want any social media knows or have their image in the present, because they cannot accept the impermanence. They cannot accept the change, and they live with the past. They think that now their successful time is past, so they're not happy anymore because it's gone. How say the starlight gone, the happy gone, happiness gone. So Buddha taught us to dwell in the present moment. To dwell in the present moment, because life is only exists in the present moment. Life is only in the present. We can keep the happy past to nourish our happiness in the present. Yes? We keep the good memory, and the lovely memory and the lovely memory to nourish ourselves, our mind. But we remember to come back and dwell in the present moment, because only the present moment can heal, can transform the unhappy past. The secondly is losing yourself in the future. This is from the sutra. Knowing the better way to live alone. So Buddha said that the second habit lose yourself in the future. We have a right to plan, to prepare for the good future. But instead of prepare our mind, prepare our strengthen energy in inner peace inside of us, prepare the inner peace inside of our mind, we chasing we run after the future. We run after the planning. Many people spend a whole life to stick in the future, in the planning, and losing themselves. And of course that we have to think what to do, what need to do, but we don't want to forget ourselves. We become, tired and stressful person if we don't skillfully, planning for our life. Thầy said that we have a right to think, to plan for the future, but don't become a victim of the future, of the planning. Yeah. And because the future is made from the present, so the better way, we better to take good care of the present. And the third habit is, can you guess? Can you guess? There are so many very general practitioners coming here, Blue Cliff. Can you guess the third one? But yes, lose yourself in the present. So the third one is, yes, being swept away by the present. So Buddha said that be or being, yeah, be swept away by the present. Oh, be careful. So Buddha taught us that dwelling in the present moment, because present moment is the wonderful moment. Present moment is a happy moment. But be careful, if we been swept away by the present. Have you ever experienced the pain, the suffering that you think that you cannot bear to go through it? Have you ever, like, you lose someone that you love, your beloved one, you lose something, or you lose your job, or you lose your, something very dearly to you, and you thought that you cannot bear to go through it? Have you ever experienced that? Yeah. But That's the present, the painful feeling and the suffering in the present. Interfere our inner peace. I go through that suffering, that kind of suffering. In that moment, I feel really pain in my mind. I feel suffer so much, and it affects to my body. I can see something on my head. There is a light of energy, and very painful and very down. It go from in front of my forehead and go to the back, go down to my lower back. I can feel that's painful. But in that moment, I keep crying. But I aware of my body behave, my body react to the painful feeling, to the suffering. I'm just aware what's happening on my body and what's happening in my mind. When we observe, the practice here is to observe our mind. We observe our mind. And in that moment, I remember the practice of Thầy taught us. So I just come back to myself, and I keep, even though I keep crying, but I keep observing my emotion, my painful feeling, and my mind in that moment. I observe what the energy moving in my body. I can feel the pain very terrible. Without thinking. The key point of the practice is try to not input more thinking, more opinion, more judging. If in that moment I think that I am a sister, I am a nun, I shouldn't have a painful, I shouldn't have a pain, I shouldn't be suffer with that or this. That's the judgment that interfere our meditation, our healing, our mind. So I write down. I hope that because I'm not sure for my pronunciation, so I have to write down. Sorry. Decrease the input. Of thinking. Or of fear. Thinking, the fear of the thinking, of the fear, of the sorrow. Or anger. So meditation, the practice here is observe our body, our emotion, our feeling, our mind, and decrease the input of the thinking, fear, sorrow, and anger. If the thinking is arise in that moment, we just observe the thinking. And the thinkings become the object of our meditation, our mindfulness. So we observe the thinking. If it arises, we observe the fear. If it arises, we are aware of that. We have a fear, we have a sorrow, or we have anger. But as it is, we are aware as it is when it arrives. Don't input more opinion, like and a judgment. Like, oh, we're not practice well if we feel sad right now. We're not practice well if we suffer. So thầy has a very calligraphy. He has calligraphy very impressive that I saw on the trip go to New York City 5 years ago. But I still remember on the house that we slept that night. Very small apartment of one young wake up girl, wake up ladies. I saw in the living room a copy of calligraphy. Thầy write that aware of your suffering, but don't forget to enjoy the happiness. It's true because there are so many conditions to be happy, and the condition of happiness is manifest. But because we sink into the suffering too much, so we cannot recognize the happiness conditions. And happily that I go through that suffering, the suffering that I thought I cannot go through, but I go through, and now I have more experiences. That's good news, right? So dear Sangha, we practice dwelling happily. We practice to dwell happily in the present moment. Hiện pháp lạc trú in Vietnamese. Dwell happily in the present moment. And if the present is full of suffering, not easy for us to dwell in the present. And the thought is arise. thought after thought, thinking after thinking, bullying us, and want to master us. So in that moment of suffering, if we skillfully simply aware of the thought and the feeling, and observe it simply, we can see the suffering comes and goes. It cannot, impermanence. It cannot stay with us forever. Impermanence, everything impermanence. It comes, it goes. And we are much more than emotions. We are much more than emotion. That's they said. And in that moment, in the moment that I go through my suffering, that I just shared to you, I believe that the suffering and the painful feeling, this painful feeling will go. But if I insert and I put more my opinion, my judgment, my thinking, or my fear, or my anger, I increase more. If I do that, then my suffering will go later. I mean, take more time to go. Some young people, they cannot bear with the suffering when they have a strong emotion. They think they have to find the resolution, find the solution. Yeah, solution. They want to end the suffering. They try to find the solution. But with the unpeaceful mind, they cannot make an intelligent decision. They cannot make, because when with the anger mind, we cannot make a clear decision. We cannot make a good decision. So the first step is being present for ourselves. The first step is being present for ourselves first. Có mặt cho tự thân. Be present for ourselves by dwelling in the mindful breathing. So mindful breathing is a bridge to unite our body and our mind. Bring our mind back to our body, our emotion in that moment. Bring our mind back. So the first step is be present for ourselves using the mindful breathing. And we practice to stop unnecessary thinking. We tendency to have a constant thinking in our mind. We talk in our mind constantly. If we sit still in a quiet place, we can hear our mind talking. We can recognize that voice. And we practice to train our mind to recognize the thinking. Recognize and smile to that what thinking is rising. What kind of talk is rising? I have one story, but I think that to save time, I would like to share you the second step. The second step is look deeply into your painful feeling without, without increase the anger, without, just simply recognize and face to the painful feeling. Recognize our feeling as it is in that moment. And because if we are practitioner, when we meditate on our painful feeling or meditate on our suffering, we are observer, and observers. The work of observers is observe simply. The object of observer is observing, I guess. Yeah. So our painful feeling, our suffering is observing. And don't become one with the observing, our emotion, our thinking, or our suffering. The emotion and the suffering is the objects of observing. So meditation is practice to observe what's manifests in our mind. There is a emotion, there is a mental formation, there is a suffering, painful feeling. We simply observe of this and don't become one with the emotion or mental formation. So I think it's good for now, and I believe that for the beginning, when the beginning of the practice, we may get some, unuseful feeling when we observe the in-breath and out-breath. When we meditate and when we follow the mindful breathing. But day by day, by the practice, we will be used to that, And when something happens suddenly, in the present moment, we can control and we can master our mind, our behave, our attitude. And happiness is a choice that we can choose to be happy. If we practice and train our mind, have a good habit to dwell in the present moment, solidity, and freely, with the solidity and with freedom. I think that no one or nothing can make us unhappy except we allow to be effective. We allow it happen. Oh. So thank you for your listening and your acceptance and also your forgiveness for my English. And I wish you have a wonderful day of mindfulness. Later on we will have a chance to practice walking meditation. And walking is also a way to train our mind, have a habit to dwell in the present moment. I prepare so much, but I'm nervous, so I didn't complete my preparation. However, you can feel my heart trying to express my happiness, to be in the community, to practice with communities. So I think that you also feel happy when you join our spiritual family. Thank you very much, and let us listen to 3 sound of the bell.
Good morning, dear teachers, dear community. Let us give some flower to our sister. She's brave today to share her first English Dharma talk. And you can unfold your leg and just massage your knee and ankle a little bit. And then with the next sound of the small bell, we all stand up and then bow to our Dharma teachers. And then please sit back down for some announcement. Thank you. So dear friends, please have a seat again. So after this, we will have a short break. And there are restrooms just behind us near the basketball court if you need to use, and also in the sister hamlet. And then there's teas and coffee too in the sister tea room. And the next activity will be at 11. We will have walking meditation together. So when you hear the activity bell, please gather outside the sister dining hall, and then we sing some song, and then enjoy walking meditation together. And then at 12 o'clock, we will have the recitation of the 14 mindfulness trainings. So we gather here about 5 minutes or 10 minutes before the recitation. And then at 1 o'clock, we will have mindful lunch together in the sister dining hall, also across the street. And I just want to ask, is there anyone here for the very first time ever today? So we welcome you, and of course, everyone else. But for the new friend, please gather in that corner near the altar. There's a sister who will give us some tips how to enjoy your time here today. And I think that's about it. And I think Steve has something to share today. Thank you, and welcome everyone again.
Campbell, Harrison, and Vitina. Could you come up here for a second? Just stand here.